Hey there, Bulldog Country. This week I'm talking with senior wide receiver James Conner about the 2017 season, as well as what the rest of Bulldog football has to come.
For UMD, take another look at it. Sarah Kelly put it home, a freshman.
2:05. He's a big young boy. Here's a chance in front. They score! Corrin flipped it in there. Iafallo went to the net. They combined to give Minnesota.
My name is James Conner. I'm a senior on the UMD football team. I'm from Cosgrove, Wisconsin, and I'm an exercise science major.
So the first 3 games of the 2017 football season, the record of the Bulldogs was 1-2. What kind of attitude change did the team go through to turn that 1-2 record into the current 5-2 record and pull off 4 straight wins?
Yeah, I think it was just getting back to what we do best with Bulldog football. I mean, we just kind of got away from our identity there a little bit. There's those 2 losses that we had. There were a lot of close games, and we felt like looking back at them, they're definitely winnable games. So just kind of doing the little things right, missing on a few plays here and there were, I guess, kind of the things that didn't happen in those 2 losses that we had. So we kind of needed to get back to that identity and play Bulldog football both on all 3 phases of the games, offensively, defensively, and with special teams. So I think these last 4 games for us, we were able to do that and establish what we want to do, and that's, I think, a big part of it.
And you guys are fresh off a very successful weekend coming from Northern State and shutting them out 41-0 in Aberdeen.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys going to carry that momentum into this week with it being homecoming? You guys are at home at Milwaukee Stadium. What's the excitement like in the team?
I think we're just a really confident team right now. I mean, that was a huge confidence booster for us, 41-0. I mean, offensively we put up a lot of points, and defensively we shut them out. I think that was the first shutout we had in over 2 years. So big confidence booster, like I said, so we want to keep that rolling. We have a lot of momentum right now. We feel like we're clicking. We're doing well in those little things that I previously talked about. We're just, I think, finally putting it together in all 3 phases. We just are kind of feeding off each other too. I mean, offense and defense, having the defense go out there and shut out team out, that's huge for us. Offensively, we can go and then put up points and do what we want to do, sort of like what we did last week. We felt like we were in control for that entire game, and that we were the better team out there, and that it showed. We were just high energy from the start of the game, and that was something that's been lacking as well for the first couple of games that we had. And so I think this week with homecoming, there's going to be a lot of energy, packed stadium, so it's usually a great crowd for us, so we're hoping to feed off that energy and keep that momentum going, as well as that confidence.
And for you personally, it has been your best season yet by far. You have had your first receiving touchdown since 2014.
Yep.
You have almost 100 more receiving yards than last year, having only played 7 games. So for you personally, what does it mean to have your best season be your senior season?
It means a lot. I mean, it sounds cliche, but it just goes with all the hard work and effort that I put in these last 4.5 years or so. I mean, I've taken my time to get there, and I mean, obviously I would have liked to have been out there more, but I was patient and I didn't give up, and I kept doing what was asked of me, kept doing the little things that the coaches wanted me to do and improve upon, and I took it to heart. I mean, I could have easily just thrown in the towel because I wasn't getting what I wanted out of it the first few years, but it's been awesome. I mean, especially this year, my teammates have a lot of confidence in me, and it's easy to go out there and be able to just relax and perform well. So just like I said, just all the hard work that I've put in over these last few years.
And you are from Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, and that is a town that is 5 hours away. What led to your ultimate decision to go to UMD for your education and play football for the Bulldogs?
Originally coming here to UMD, I didn't know a whole lot about it. Zach Zweifel, who was a receiver here about 2 years ago, I believe, he is from the same area that I am. We went to high school together, so that was my only source of information about what Duluth was like. So coming here, like I said, I didn't know a whole lot, but Duluth was the one school who stayed after me in the recruiting process, and I felt like, you know, they truly wanted me here. And so I came up here for my visit. I love the city, and it was a great experience. So I think with that good recruitment experience, and then the coaches being adamant about wanting me here, really set Duluth apart from other schools. Also at the time I wanted to be an engineer, which has changed now since I'm an exercise science major, but they had a good program, and so I kind of just what seemed like the perfect fit. I also wanted to kind of get away from home a little bit, and I think that just kind of ended up being, like I said, the perfect fit with school as well as football and what I want to do academically, and also continue my career in football.
And being from a town that's a 10-hour round trip away, your father, Bob, does travel to several home games a season. What does that parental support mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. He comes to every single home game, and then he's come to the majority of my away games. So having him there means a ton. It's nice to have, you know, family there, friends there, but I mean, having your dad there, it really means a lot. A lot of the support. He's encouraged me in all that I do. He's never pushed me into anything that I didn't want to do, and he supported me in all that I've done. So it's nice to have him there and see him after games, and he always tells me how proud he is of me. So it really means a lot to have him there and continue to come to these games.
And you are a senior. You already mentioned you are an exercise science major. With graduation approaching, what are your post-UMD plans?
So I'll be done at the end of this semester. I recently got accepted into the University of Milwaukee Doctor of Physical Therapy program. So I'll be pursuing a career in physical therapy. That will start at the end of May, beginning of June this spring. So I'm really looking forward to it because that's what I've wanted to do since I switched my major from engineering to exercise science. I just found that path, and I've done observation hours and different things of that sort, and I've just kind of fallen in love with the career. I've really liked it. It's really rewarding. So to be able to get accepted into school and be able to pursue that career, it's really special. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Also, being from Wisconsin, coming to Minnesota, you were exposed to the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings rivalry.
For sure.
So much so that you and your teammates took that rivalry a step further with a contract.
Yep.
Can you tell us about this contract that has been going on for the past 3 years?
Yeah, so coming here originally, I mean, I didn't like the Vikings as a team, but I mean, I could withstand them a little bit, but after these years, it's just I cannot stand them at all, and the fan base with the Vikings. So no offense, but yeah, some of the teammates and myself and some other former teammates that are still here, we created a friendly contract at the end our sophomore year actually, because we freshman year there was he said this or whatever about who was gonna do this for the bet. So the friendly wager is that the losing team, if the Packers beat the Vikings twice or vice versa, then the losers have to jump into the lake in Lake Superior, and that's about in February or so each year. So it's not very cold to begin with, or not very warm to begin with in the summertime, but in the winter it's even colder. So we wrote up a contract, and it has all these different clauses if ties were to happen. So there will be a winner and loser each year, so somebody's going in that lake in the middle of winter.
And have you yet had to jump in the lake?
Unfortunately, I have. The Vikings fans have jumped in twice, and the Packers have once. So on the winning end, if you can say that, but it's not looking good this year, unfortunately.
And lastly, James, what has been your favorite memory as a Bulldog so far?
Football-wise, I would have to say my redshirt freshman year, the win here at Milwaukee Stadium going against Northwest Missouri, that game being down, I believe 19 in the fourth quarter, and coming back to win was just an unbelievable feeling. I mean, it was electric here, and then people were just going nuts. And then the following week we went down to Wichita, down in Arkansas, and to win in double overtime on a last-second play was even more exhilarating, and that was the week after we beat Northwest here. So those two moments I would say are really special to me because it was just something that it's hard to replicate. But also in general, I'd say every week just being with the guys and being with the teammates, the camaraderie you build and the friendships that you make throughout the years have been some very special moments for me as well.
All right, so now Bulldog Country would like to get to know James a little bit better. We're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions for you to answer to the best of your ability. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
If you could be any animal in the world, what animal would you choose and why?
Oh man, I'd have to say a dog. Dogs, everybody loves a dog, so I mean, I don't think there'd be anything wrong with being a dog. They seem to have a pretty good life.
Who would win in an arm wrestling competition between you and your team captain and also roommate, Zach Baziner?
Me without a doubt. He's got a pretty big head, but I think I could take him.
Who is your favorite professional athlete?
Aaron Rodgers.
What has been your favorite field to play on while on the road and why?
Favorite field on the road, I would have to say Wichita Baptist when we went down to Arkansas. Just more or less for the stadium and the atmosphere that was there.
If you could pick up and move anywhere in the United States, what city would you choose?
I would have to choose somewhere probably in Arizona, maybe Flagstaff or Phoenix, or also even Denver, Colorado. Those are two places that I've visited and I've really liked them.
Who is the worst smelling guy on the football team and who is the best smelling guy?
Oh, worst smelling? Sorry, Timo. I have to go with Tyler Morris. Best smelling, Ty Sullivan. He always seems to have a good aroma around him.
What is your favorite place to eat in Duluth?
Southern West Tap House.
If you could choose only one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what song would that be?
Waves by Kanye.
And lastly, if you were stranded on a deserted island and had to choose only one of your teammates to be stranded with, who would you choose and why?
Nick Larson. You can have unlimited entertainment with that kid.
All right, thank you. That was a good answer.